Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm going to bring a series to you. I want to introduce the team. The Daftarian Group has an advantage here in local coastal Orange County because we are a team that's very diverse. We specialize in a lot of different areas. So you have, a single agent can never compete with a team. So I'm really proud to start this series. We're starting off with one of my favorites, Asha. We're going to do some introductions, talk a little bit about, the individual agents, who they are, what they do, what they like, what areas they focus on, kind of the areas that they come from, and just get to learn a little bit more about our personalities, because at the end of the day, when you work with an agent, it has to be someone you like. It has to be, as Tom Ferry says, know them, like them, trust them. So without further ado, let's chat with Asha.
Wow.
This is gonna be very informal, but and fun, hopefully.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Michael.
You're the first one to launch on the
introduction. Got to kick it off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honored to be here, and more than anything, honored to be a part of this team, to be able to work with people like Michael, people of integrity with incredible experience. I'm relatively new still to the industry, but in a short amount of time have picked up so much just incredible information from my team. So I'm happy to be here.
Well, she says new to the industry, but she's probably bought and sold more homes than most of my clients. So anyway, look, that's one of the benefits of the team, right? We all draw, everyone in any industry, you have strengths and weaknesses. Let's face it, I'm relatively new too. I've been doing this for about 5 years, came from the financial services sector. Also,
which we have in common.
Exactly, that's right, yeah. Actually, we'll touch on that. But yeah, I think that, the importance, one person can't have an expertise in every community in Orange County, in every because we have all these little microclimates here, right? So, I live in Laguna and focus on, Newport Coast and Crystal Cove and Laguna, and you live north.
Yep.
So, what areas are you really sort of focusing on?
Yeah, currently my husband and I live in Dover Shores, which is a part of Newport Beach that I'm so passionate about. We have a toddler who's 17 months, and we have another little girl on the way. So it is just such a wonderful community for families. So I love, really focusing in on my Dover Shores community and being an expert of the area. We also are building a home in Lido, on Lido Island. So getting to know that area, obviously just through the process of a build, which has been really helpful for understanding what our clients are going through and building at a time like this. So I think the best place to start has been learn where you live.
Right. No, that's exactly true. And Lido, so I love that area. For me, we all kind of live in our little bubbles here. I barely leave Laguna when I'm not working. But I do love to go up there because, Lido, why don't you talk a little bit about what's happened? Because Lido's gone through some crazy changes in the last, 3 or so years?
Yeah.
With the addition of the whole Lido Village.
Yeah, the Lido Village is amazing. It's brought so much more activity to the area. There's incredible restaurants, shopping, a lot of walking, hangout opportunity for the community, which is lovely. And I think that it's definitely had an effect on the properties on the island, of course. A lot of, remodels, rebuilds of these incredible lots that really are irreplaceable, especially, the lots that have waterfront access.
Yeah.
There's just more and more people that want that lifestyle and only so many pieces of land. So I think that it's a privilege to be able to, get into the weeds there and understand that community. But it's been really thrilling to just be on that roller coaster of watching how much a community can change with these little implementations, little developments that are going on that really, attract people and make it a wonderful place to live.
Yeah, so big names. So Nobu opened. Everyone probably on the planet knows Nobu. So Nobu opened. That was a huge moment for Orange County.
Yep.
And then all the other, great restaurants that opened. There's little perfume shops and sunglass stores and great
Malibu Farms.
I love Malibu
women
Farms.
Especially love Malibu Farms and the Lido House Hotel there. So there's just so many great. Fable and Spirit, another restaurant.
Oh yeah,
great shopping. Jenny Kane.
I think Fable. Did they just get a Michelin star or a nod or something?
I heard that. Yeah. So it's great. We have so many different little hot spots, especially, I mean, I'm a big fan of the restaurant industry because my husband has been in that world. He runs bars and restaurants, all original concepts in this community, and has been in that space for a long time. So we're always, we have our finger on the pulse of like new hot restaurants coming on, and the way that really developing, restaurants, bars, places for people to go can transform a neighborhood and bring it back to life. So
for sure. And I mean, COVID had a huge change, or a huge impact rather, on the way people live. And I even have clients that were living, in Newport Coast that, they're not going on these month-long European, still not going on month-long European getaways. So they have a lot of extra cash that they're not spending, because some people will spend several $100,000 on it. So now they're like, oh, well, maybe we'll get a house with a boat dock and go buy a 50-foot boat. So just that luxury lifestyle has changed dramatically, I think. Yeah, so you're right. So it's exciting. So we have on the channel, I just got back from Laguna. We're shooting all my favorite spots.
Cool.
So it'd be cool to see you do that, where you could, highlight, Nobu and all your favorite. I mean, Nobu's obviously the big name, but it's really cool to, drag little, favorite spots in. Probably.
Well, and I'm super passionate about local businesses. I mean, obviously with my family, it's intensely local business, no franchise, it's all original, locally driven businesses. So I love finding those little shops that were started by a family, and they have roots in the community, and they have some kind of cult following, and I like just digging in and supporting those kinds of businesses and sharing them with people who are maybe new to the area or looking to buy somewhere, and want to find somewhere where they can just fall in love not only with their home but with all of the amazing stories in the community around them.
Okay, so I'm going to look forward to your new channel launching and your first, overview of Lido and the surrounding area and all the cool, because I'm also like, I hate to use the word foodie, but I love, finding really cool. And I also come from the food business and really appreciate, family-owned original concepts and stuff like that.
Wait,
Yeah.
you have a food background?
Yeah, so my dad and grandfather were both butchers, and we have butcher shops in the Bay Area, and we built a restaurant. And so as a kid, I mean, I was 10 years old, I was working in a restaurant, bussing tables and then prepping. And so, I have a pretty deep background in that. Actually, before I jumped into real estate, and in between my financial services, for about 3 years, I ran our business just because my dad was unwell. But so, I intimately know what it takes to run a small business like that. And it's not easy, especially now, because you can't find people to work. So people are struggling. So, I mean, I remember through COVID, I was doing takeout and buying gift certificates just to try and help keep my friends who own restaurants in business. Yeah. So, but thankfully now I think, things have changed, and we're not back to normal, but I think locally here in coastal Orange County, I mean, the people that survived are thriving.
Yes.
Yeah. So unfortunately for those that didn't,
I know.
yeah. But so anyway, I look forward to, seeing more from you, video-wise, from the surrounding communities and stuff like that. So, is there anything else that you want to share about, you in this space, or?
Well, I think that for me, I've been in a variety of different businesses. I had that restaurant start, was a hostess at a business, when I was a teenager. But then through college, I went to UCLA, so that brought me down to, Southern California. After college, was a professional model, traveling the world, and that kind of taught me a lot about running my own business. But then from there, went into financial services, and from financial services, as a stockbroker for a few years, went and worked in-house marketing for a company. So I've worked a lot of different roles, but I think what I learned about the career that I wanted was that I wanted to be working with people, and I wanted to be working with them long term. So I think that real estate, it's highly competitive, and there can be a lot of temptation to have just that real transactional focus, which is important. But I think my passion is really in, being with our clients for the long run, and being like, what are not just the next step for you, but the next step, and the step after that, and the step after that, and really guiding them, using real estate as an investment, and being that kind of, lifelong advisor to them. So that's what I'm most passionate about and excited about. So
you and I are super similar when it comes to that. I mean, I actually have a client right now that we're closing on that cliff, and he sent me numerous houses that he thought he wanted to buy, and I literally said, I'm not going to let you buy that.
Right.
And he scratched his head like, you know, this is odd. Like any other agent would probably just do the
like
deal
take
and
the money
close
and
it
run,
and like
yeah.
make the commission check. I was like, that's not the location or the type of house or whatever it is. But when you think about people long term and you think about, you think about the exit, you're like,
Right.
you're not going to live in that house forever.
Right.
And if you're buying the wrong house, when you go to sell it, you're going to curse me.
Exactly.
So we want to make sure that our interests are aligned with the client. So we have something very similar. And I also
game.
went from financial services to marketing. So
Yep.
another thing, yeah. Well, awesome. Well, I mean, I'm so excited that you were the first for this, and
Anytime.
I can't wait to share everyone else's experiences. Hopefully this worked out well for you, and we are excited to bring a series of this coming. So stay tuned for the next one.
Sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you, Michael.
Thanks for coming. All right.
See you soon.